Here's why breathing techniques make your anxiety worse. When I began struggling with anxiety, it was around my early 20s. It started off with a panic attack. I didn't even know what it was. I started experiencing intense symptoms, and I tried to do everything to make the symptoms go away. It took me a long time to realize what my symptoms were anxiety. I actually thought I had some health issue. And once I realized it was anxiety, there was a couple of routes. There was a medication route, which I didn't want to do right away. I ended up trying it later and it ended up not working out, and it honestly didn't work. And then there was other things, right? You can try breathing techniques, coping crutches, grounding techniques. And what happened was that anytime I felt anxiety, anytime I felt intense symptoms, I felt overwhelmed, I would use these breathing techniques. And in the beginning, it might provide some relief in the moment, but what would happen was that the anxiety would just come back. And I always felt like I had to do something anytime the anxiety came. And I became obsessive. Anytime the anxiety came, I had to do a breathing technique. And what was weird is that sometimes it wouldn't work. Sometimes I'd do the breathing techniques and my anxiety would still be there. And when I started evaluating my journey, I realized I was actually getting worse. And so many people make this mistake because they don't realize that if you're doing these breathing techniques and you're using it as a shield to feel any sort of anxiety, it actually reinforces the anxiety cycle. See, it teaches your nervous system that the anxiety, the sensation of anxiety, is a threat. And so what happens is your body ends up responding with more anxiety. It goes into that fight or flight mode. It says, oh no, danger, that feeling is there, so we need to protect Sean. So your fight or flight system kicks on. So isn't it weird how something that's supposed to provide you relief, if you use it with the wrong intention, it actually reinforces the cycle? So what do? How do you make this go away? Well, what I would say is if you want to do breathing techniques, that's fine. But the goal isn't to make the feelings go away. It's not to make the symptoms or the sensations or the anxiety, overwhelmed feeling go away. The idea is that the breathing technique is there for you to let the feelings pass, let the anxiety pass. It's for you to ride the wave, not for you to prevent it. So you should ask yourself, what is my intent here? If you can just let the symptoms pass, realistically, you don't even need the breathing techniques. If you're good at just letting it pass and not resisting it at all, realistically, you don't even need them. But you'll find that people that rely too much on breathing techniques is because they're avoiding feeling the sensation. They're avoiding the emotion. And remember, emotions are just energy and motion. You have to let it pass.